Parkour is regarded as the ability to adapt to whatever environment you may be in.
Parkour, I find, is for getting from A to B. You've got free running, which is involving a lot of tricks. You've got backflips, somersaults, you sort of get tumbling that you do at a gym. Tricking's about using parkour to an extent, but you also involve tricks from sort of front flips and back flips. So you do a Kong, and instead of just landing and doing a roll, you might land and do some tumbling afterwards. It looks fantastic. It's not what I do, but it's as valid as parkour.
We meet up to train every Saturday, and that's when there'll be a lot of people training together, but we all train in our own time. Some people regard parkour as a sport, some people take it really seriously and take it as a discipline and a lifestyle. I quite like the philosophical side of it, and I really enjoy moving different ways.
I'll use parkour for getting through town now, because I know shorter routes through town from training here, and I find it just becomes part of my day. I mean, I'm always looking at stuff in a different way, and looking at not just looking at the environment as somewhere you're walking through, somewhere you're going, but something you can train on, something you can use to progress.
You don't see things as an obstruction anymore, you see them more as an obstacle that you can get over, or you look at things and think, I could get over that more efficiently than I would walking around it.
You get funny looks off people when you drop off balconies and stuff next to them at bus stops, and you do it as part of your life, so you're not doing it as a bit of training during the day, and they wonder where you come from. It's quite a nice little effect in the background of the world for them. From what I've seen, Bristol's quite a big scene. I mean, they do have big meets elsewhere, but it seems to be one of the liveliest places.
Yeah, it's got a really good sort of community to it. Everyone knows each other really well.
Everyone's friends. You come down to train, and you won't. I can come down any night of the week, and there's going to be somebody down here I know.
The most satisfying thing for me about parkour is the challenge of something that you can't quite do yet, and then a year later you'll be able to do it, and you'll look back and think, yeah, I've improved.
Now at Top Gear, we're nothing if not skilled at jumping on a bandwagon. And when the parkour craze kicked off a few years back, that's the business where hyperactive people who've had too much sugar jump all over buildings, we thought, let's get a couple of these chaps and race them against a car. The chosen battleground was Liverpool, home of the Beatles. The car was the Peugeot 207, and the driver was James May. That list was going really well until that last bit.
Here it is. It's called the 207, and it's Peugeot's biggest small car yet. As we can see, it's a very pretty car, but is it any good? Well, let's have a look on the inside. It's got an iPod connector and a sat-nav and radio and so on, and it's all rather beautifully lit by this Californian architect's glass sunroof thing. However, it does still look a bit like the inside of Jacques Cousteau's wetsuit in here. It's also got this. It's a built-in air freshener. It's something like Wang Chung or Job Jobber oil. So, you get more space and more toys, but you have to part with more money. This one I'm in, for example, it's the 1.6 diesel and it costs almost £15,000, which is a lot of money for a small car, even if it is quite a big one. To see if it's worth it, I'm going to test this ginormous city car on the streets of Liverpool. And to spur me on a bit, I'm going to have a race, and it's against the latest French development in urban transport solutions. A couple of young men in silly trousers. Are you ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. I should probably explain that these are not just any young men. They are masters of something called parkour. It's a French invention and involves that sort of thing. Running around the city, leaping across buildings and benches. you know, keeps them off the street. Our race will run from the edge of Liverpool to the finish line at the Liver Building. For me, it'll be about 6 miles. Their journey, of course, is pretty much as the crow flies. What am I doing? Ooh, 25 miles an hour. They'll have difficulty matching that. So anyway, the car, well, it's got a nice driving position, the steering's nice and weighty, the seat is excellent, and there's quite a bit more room in here than in the old one. But there is a problem, something you really feel on the city streets. You see, because the 207 is bigger and it's stuffed with more gizmos and more safety equipment, it's almost 300 pounds heavier than the old car. And yet, it still has to haul itself around with the same engines as the 206. The car I'm in has the 1.6 diesel, the best of the current range. But it's still not great. It's really sluggish low down, and that's annoying. Yes, right, we're off. Not only were the Scouse Spider-Men unstoppable, they also knew where they were going. Which I didn't. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the Liver Building is?
Oh no, the Liver Building.
Why isn't it called Liverpool then?
Well,
There they are. Look at that, they look as if they nicked something. But I didn't catch them for long. Oh, please! Meanwhile, the air freshener device was getting up my nose. That's great, you can buy a brand new car and they immediately make it smell like a 25-year-old minicab. Come on, we're not all shopping! I had just 2 miles to go in the sluggish Peugeot. I'm not going to be beaten by some prepubescent teenagers in camouflage trousers. I must have averaged 10 or 12 miles an hour. I should win. Go, 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 go. I was close, but so were they. Come on! That must be the Liver Building. And they're not here. They are not here. No sign of combat trousers, man. That is a victory for beer guts over washboard stomachs, fashionable clothes from army surplus shops, stupid expensive traders. Here I am in my tatty jeans and my old biffabout shoes with the broken laces, and I've won!
Oh, for Pete's sake!